And hello, all my fellow nerds out there. This is Oracle Richie, and welcome to a game called Hello Charlotte, Heaven's Gate. So, you guys are probably wondering, uh, what even is this game? Well, apparently, this is actually another entry in the Hello Charlotte series. Yes, I'm serious. This is actually made by the exact same dev as Hello Charlotte, episodes 1, 2, and 3, as well as the Delirium episode as well. And this is actually a visual novel, which is far different from the usual things that we'll go through. Because usually Hello Charlotte is an RPG Maker sort of game with horror elements, and you have to avoid enemies and all that stuff. If you don't know what I'm talking about, then go and watch my Let's Plays of episode 1 and 2 and Delirium, so that you can get all caught up. I might get episode 3 at some point. I don't know when, but right now we got Heaven's Gate, a visual novel, very different. I'm excited. Let's get into it. Alright, Etherworks. Etherrain presents Heaven's Gate. Oh, you guys are probably wondering why you can't hear anything. I do have the audio up on number one, Vincent Fennel. I do have the audio up on this, but I can't really hear anything for some reason. I don't even think there is any audio in this game. It's, yeah, music is up, so like honestly, I don't know. Vincent Fennel is watching small trail of ants go by, his gaze remaining disinterested. I approach him out of curiosity. Oh, winged ants. That's rare. Charles? They're so small. That's good. Bugs are yucky. Look. He gets up from his knees and steps closer to the ant trail. We must be like gods then, don't you think? And with those words, Vincent picks one up. Just one tug and the wing rips off with an alarming ease. Stop it! Let it go! What are you being so upset about? Just because we're bigger, that doesn't mean we should hurt them. It's just a bug, though. Mom says even the smallest lives matter. My mom says bugs are annoying. If you don't stop, I'll tell the nurses. The boy simply gets up and leaves. What's up with him? From that day on, I decided that I don't like Vincent Fennel at all. Number 2, Hazos. Okay, I'm probably gonna edit in some of my own music at some point as well. So like, probably gonna add my own music so that we can listen to it a little bit better. It's lunch break. Everyone's trading stickers and hoarding Tazos, a recent fad among kids. Vincent is surrounded by children who are marveling at his collection. Oh, this one's super rare. Where did you get it? It was in my chips. Lucky. Do you want it? I can have it, but I don't have anything good to trade you. I don't mind. Just choose one you don't have then. Trade with me too. Me too! What are you looking at, Charlie? Want to trade too? No. Mom says chips are bad for my health. Boring. Vincent, look, I have holographic ones. Ugh. What's so special about him? All he has is this pack of Tazos. Lost in thought, I trip and drop the box with the classroom turtle that I was carrying. Nurses yell at me and make me stand in the corner for half an hour. I blame it on Vincent too. Number 3, Mother. This is actually going by very fast. I guess this actually is a very short visual novel. When I'm 5, we moved into a flat swarming with cockroaches and pigeons living in the balcony. Why is this place so dirty, Mom? I ask. The person who lived here wasn't very cleanly. His mother's answer. I want to go back home, I tell her. Why did we have to leave? We won't be staying here for long, dear, Mother says, and I want to believe her. The surrounding dirt makes my skin crawl. Later, I overhear our neighbors talking, and learn that the former owner was a drug addict. Died of overdose, they say. When I raise my voice, Mother tells me to keep quiet. When I walk around the house, Mother says that my footsteps are too loud. When I become excited, Mother reprimands me for misbehaving. One evening, she has a breakdown over unsorted clothes in the drawers. We're talking normally, then the next moment, the house is filled with shouting and sounds of my clothes being violently thrown to the floor. There must be something else that she's angry at, but I'm too young to understand. I apologize over and over, promising I won't do it ever again, as if I committed a grave sin. Sorry, Mother. I can make everything right. It won't become a burden. Number 4, concert. Okay, we're getting panels again. Thank you. We're having a concert to celebrate autumn. Our nurses are wearing dresses with paper maple leaves sewn onto them. I recite a poem aloud, trying not to mess up halfway. It has 4 lines. I'm so nervous that my voice comes out too quietly, even though I recite it perfectly. Vincent got 6 lines. It must be because the nurses think he's the smartest in the group. Hell, he even goes to chess club. Vincent recites the poem with a monotonous voice, like he doesn't give a care. Vincent's almost always the last to be picked up by his parents. Sometimes nobody comes, and he just goes home alone. I tell Mom about that, and she totally freaks out. How can a child go home by himself? She exclaims, shocked. What are his parents thinking? I don't know what to say to that. Number 5, Valentine's Day. It's Valentine's Day. Everyone gets tangerines and Kinder Surprises for lunch. I get sick and throw up on my festive shirt. I didn't like it much anyway. Mom did, though. Vincent is at the nurse's office, too. He tripped and scraped his knee. The nurse is drawing a net on it with green and antiseptic. The scrape seems bad, but he's not even wincing. His stare staying blank. Does he even feel pain? Maybe he's actually a robot. I want to ask him that, but my headache is too strong, so I ignore him. All I want to do is go home and watch cartoons in bed. Thankfully, Mom's quick to come to my rescue. Afterwards, I stay at home for a whole week. Number 6, new stage. Time passes fast. My kindergarten graduation album is filled with pictures of other kids running around in the macro photograph of myself in some kind of medieval clothing from the photo shoot. It's my favorite one, but I'll never admit that. I can barely contain my excitement for the first day of school. Visit goes to a different one, but it doesn't matter. I didn't like him much anyway. Number 7, friends. Elementary school is boring. I solve all the problems in my math workbook in one evening, and as a consequence, end up dying of boredom at actual class lessons. Shouldn't there be a faster way to do this? As the school days pass, I get so excited about my intellectual abilities that I point out others' mistakes every time I notice them. The girl sitting next to me seems to enjoy my company, mainly because she gets a copy of my answers during the test. In the meantime, I found a new way to make friends. All you have to do is buy them food and share yours. Then everyone will gather around you, excited to get sweets for free. I spend all my pocket money on snacks, and still end up being chosen last at PE lessons. It takes me some time and an after-school beating to learn not to poke my nose in others' business. It's not my fault people cheat on tests. I'm just doing what's right. At least I think that's what I think. Apparently people don't like snitches, nor do they like being responsible or proper. While I'm doing everything not to cause a burden, they're giving their all to cause trouble. I feel like this will take some time to sink in. Over the years, I learned to keep my mouth shut. From a moderately talkative kid, I turned to a complete class ghost. By the end of 4th year, everyone still calls me by my last name. Number 8, reunion. In middle school, we see each other again. Vincent looks more frail than I remember him being. Maybe it's just that I've gotten taller. When he sees me, he smiles. In fact, everyone seems to smiles to everyone. Or in fact, he smiles to everyone. The usual unchanging blank expression that he had in kindergarten is gone from his face, replaced with a mask. It's unsettling. I don't smile back. Somehow, we ended up doing a class project together. By the time I gathered the courage to ask someone to invite me, everyone else had already found a partner. But there was an open spot in his group. The other two kids just want easy marks, so only the two of us actually ended up working. Fitz is surprisingly nice to work with. He's a good team player, very considerate, and giving his all to complete the task. A complete contrast to most kids. For the first time in a while, I have fun working in a group. System notification, one incoming message from Charles. Here, I'm sending over the presentation files. Great work. Let's do our best tomorrow. He's thankful for my effort. This must be the first time in 5 years of school. I'm so moved that I put his name first on the project's title slide. It's project presentation day. Vincent, who was chosen as our group's representative, has a clear, powerful voice. Unlike me, who gets so anxious when I start to stumble over every word, earning giggles from my classmates. I hate myself for it. Regardless, our group gets the highest marks. Maybe teamwork isn't half bad, I catch myself thinking. Number 9. Weakling. Vincent loses consciousness during one of our PE lessons. I've never really noticed it before, but he really has the worst stamina in the class. While I failed all the speed tests, I can endure letting wrong distances just fine. He, however, looks completely exhausted after just a few laps. After overhearing one of the conversations between teachers, I learned that Vincent has health complications. Fennel's not running again. I heard he has a weak heart. Or what's that anemia? He's the best student in class. Maybe he's pushing himself too hard? People like that don't live long. My uncle died from a stroke. Really? Vincent? Dying? Possibility has never occurred to me before. Maybe children don't think too deeply about life and death in general. I look at him sitting on a bench near a teacher, watching us run. We never really talk. But I've been watching him for a while. So to me, it feels like we share a connection. Number 10. Henrietta Warhol. I often volunteer to stay behind at class duty. Henrietta Warhol gets bullied into it. The other girls call her smelly or... Jesus, I'm not saying that. And make her do things instead of them. So right now, she's unenthusiastically scrubbing a dirty desk with a wet rag. You should use a detergent to scrub this off. Don't tell me what to do, Eiler. Why are you even here? It's not your turn to clean. I like cleaning. Or more like, I can't trust anyone with it. Everyone's too sloppy and lazy to properly clean all the dust. Just thinking of sitting behind a dirty desk makes my skin crawl. Weirdo. You can go home. I plan to stay after lessons anyway. I have piano class coming up in 2 hours. Just enough time to clean and do homework. No, I'll stay. They're waiting outside. If I go too early, they might think I'm slacking off. Damn, that's complicated. Okay. We clean in silence. I don't really know what to talk about with her. Henrietta doesn't seem like she's up for discussing homework either. Henrietta? Yes? Give me your hand. I place candy in it. Here, good work today. Carrying snacks around still remains a habit of mine. Might as well try to win Warhol's goodwill with it. Henrietta stays weirdly silent. There isn't anything wrong with it, right? Unless you don't like barberry flavor. Oh. Thanks. You're welcome. Henrietta awkwardly stumbles out of the classroom without saying so much as goodbye. Weeks later, we start talking during lunch break sometimes. The other girls mock and tease her for it, but Henrietta learns to talk back. Maybe she's more confident about herself when she feels less alone. 3 incoming messages from Henri. Okay, listen up, Eiler. We're gonna get rid of your acne. I'm gonna send you a list of skincare products and food to avoid. Mom, no buts. For a clean freak, you sure hate looking after yourself. Number 11, past. Mother never tells me anything about her past, or father, and I never ask. It's something we never talk about. All I can do is listen to her occasionally cry at night and keep quiet about in the morning. She's holding up well, but I can't help but worry that one day she might trip and fall and never get up. And the thought of that makes my hand itch, and I spend 10 minutes in the bathroom trying to wash it off. I want to grow up and become someone who she can depend on. 12. Interlude. Alone. It's quiet in the mind library. I'm hunched over a language workbook trying to fill in the blanks, but all the letters come out jumbled. I write them over and over again until the pages will fill with illegible scribbles. Frey peeks over my shoulder like nothing's wrong. Doing someone's homework again, Miss Wiltshire? Oh, she has 4 eyes. Wait, isn't she the Oracle? Wasn't Frey the Oracle, or wasn't she like the person who served an Oracle? I don't know. You do know that's not your obligation to do it, don't you? Charolette! There we go, we finally got Charolette in screen. She's here, she's in the game. Wait, I can actually put that in the title now. It's for a friend. Ah, so that's why you couldn't turn them down. Because they said you're friends? What was it so wrong to believe them, Frey? No, of course not. Miss Wiltshire is a very earnest girl, after all. Too gullible for her own good. You see, what your so-called friend used was a keyword. A password that doesn't mean anything. You heard it and immediately thought of the meaning you had for it. You may have thought the other person meant, I want to help and understand you, but in reality they meant, I want to use you for my own needs. Sure, they could have been honest with you, but you would have been doing this for them if you knew the truth. But would you be doing this for them if you knew the truth? Right. But that doesn't make them evil per se. If they were the main character, I'm sure the viewers would understand their way of thinking. Frey runs his fingers over a mess of sentence and stops at the period mark. True evil lies in muddled words, Miss Wiltshire. Remember that. I absentmindedly look at the ruined workbook. Still, if I don't do as they say, I'll be left all alone. This is all I'm good for anyway. Frey leans his head on me, but I have no strength left to shove him away. You know that's not true, Miss Wiltshire. You just want someone to make you feel better about yourself, even if it's someone you despise. Don't worry. I know all the words you want to hear. You may feel like you're never doing enough, but in reality, you're always doing your best, aren't you? Number 13, school trip. During the first year of high school, we go on a school trip. I don't have anyone to make promises, but sitting together with, so right now I'm left with 3 choices. Sitting near a teacher, sitting with class bullies, or approaching Mr. Fennel, who happens to have a seat open near him. I decide the latter is the lesser evil. Mind if I sit here? Not at all. Thanks. Now, what did I think of? Oh, now that I think of it, it's the front seat. I shouldn't be taking it. You can just change with someone if they get car sick. I, for one, can't sit in the back. I always get dizzy. Sucks to be you. Vincent laughs dryly. His laughter doesn't reach his eyes. Crap. I just messed up my second informal conversation with him. By the time I get myself, Vincent's long since asleep. His head is bumping against the bus window in small intervals. I bring out my MP3 player, but minutes later, everyone decides to watch an action movie. The loud sound doesn't seem to bother Vincent, who's sleeping with earplugs. should have brought some too. In the end, I settled on watching a movie and lose track of time. By the time we arrive at the hotel, it's past midnight. I get a room with 3 guys who don't mind me ditching them during the night. Success. At best, they'll get drunk and play cards with someone else's room until sunrise. At worst, one of them brought drugs. Maybe both. We get up the stairs and unlock our room. It has a bed and a shower. It's so perfect. My classmates leave the room as soon as they finish unpacking. As expected, I don't bother inviting anyone. They don't bother inviting me anywhere. Glad they know I hate having fun. I spend half of the night sketching ideas for comics I might draw someday. All of them feel like I've seen them before. In the morning, I emit a light freshness. I like being up early. The hotel dining room is dead silent. The cemetery. Out of my classmates, only some girls and Vincent are present. I decide to drop into the seat near him. Morning. Good morning. I didn't see you last night. I was getting my beauty sleep. Did you party with everyone? Of course. I have to admit, I have a hard time imagining you drinking. Why, I have high alcohol tolerance, unlike many. Ugh, don't remind me. I woke up to sounds of someone puking in the toilet next door. Ah, unpleasant, isn't it? My face says it all. Still, the image of Vincent downing alcohol like a glass of juice seems really funny to me. So I can't help but laugh out loud. Vincent gives me a questioning look, so I quickly try to change the topic before he asks anything. When I drink, I just become sleepy. Boring, right? Is that so? I thought you'd be the type to talk a lot. Nah, if anything, I shut up for good. Then fall asleep. I think I'm the type people would call an ambulance for because they drunkenly think I died of lethal ethanol intake. You sound like you speak from experience. Well, the trip itself is nothing special. Art museums never interested me much. During one of the excursions, Henrietta gets lost and I volunteer to look for her. Thankfully, I spot her at the statue near the museum with a dead phone. Henrietta doesn't let go of my shirt until we make it back to the group. The night at the hotel on our way back doesn't go as smoothly as the first one. This time I have to share a room with a guy who doesn't mind other people seeing him make out with his girlfriend right in the room. I do, so I grab my jacket and make my escape. It's already past curfew. Probably not the best idea to spend the night in the hotel stairs, but whatever. I just start to doze off and Just as I start to doze off, someone shakes my shoulder. There? Tyler? You'll catch a cold if you sleep there. It's Vincent. Ah, thanks. I didn't mean to fall asleep. Why are you out at this hour? I just wanted some fresh air. I do enjoy night walks. You're not allowed to leave the rooms at night, you know. Then may I ask why you're here? I guess I'm not a fan of the voyeurisms. No, that sounded bad. Forget it. Okay. I'm guessing there are problems with your roommate? Yeah, that's a pleasant way to put it. I could use less pretty words, but it'd leave a bad taste in my mouth. Vincent looks at the night sky. It's nice here. So quiet. I don't have to wake up at shouting. I don't know what to say, so I just pick at my skin. Sorry, I said too much. No, that's fine, pitiful, awful. None of these seem to fit. I'm not someone who should comment. We sit in silence for some time. That being said, do you plan to return to your room? Nah, I'll wait it out a bit more. I see. Well, good night then. Night. Thanks for keeping me company. It's my pleasure. Half an hour later, I return to my room, only to find my classmates sleeping soundly. This asshole. I fall asleep thinking that it would be nice to go somewhere with my class again. 14. Passwords. One incoming message from Vincent. Would you mind joining me for lunch? Sure. Just gonna grab something to eat. Is it the usual place? Yes. I'll be going ahead then. Vincent likes to eat outside. It's more quiet here, he says. After the class trip, we started hanging out more often. Sometimes he invites me for lunch, like today. Don't you think education system is flawed? Vincent brings a hand to his chin, thoughtful. Depends on what you define as flaw. If the main objective of education is discipline, then it is essential to have a hierarchy. Hmm. I'm rather I'm rather thinking about the things we learn. Take today's test for example. Do you actually know what the entropy of isolated systems never decreased means? Can you explain that? No, not really. I just needed the material. I just learned the material needed to answer the questions. See? You only learned the answers the teacher wanted to see. Not only will you forget this knowledge, but you'll have no clue what you were writing about. We're only learning keywords that we don't know the meaning of and don't gain any practical knowledge. Okay, I understand where you're coming from. If you can't find use for theoretical knowledge, then it's meaningless, right? However, I wouldn't use the statement as an excuse to sack off, or accuse people of using bad teaching methods for that matter. Right. I just wanted you to hear me out on this. If given the opportunity, I'd like to change something myself. It'd be ridiculous to tell others how to do their work. I'm relieved you understand. I think it's not the education system that uses keywords, though. Words that carry no meaning litter out our speech every day of life. Then mass media is just entirely made of them. It's just template phrases that are guaranteed to cause a reaction. While the hidden objective may be entirely different. Yeah, like articles bashing local art exhibits are actually written to promote them. Oh crap. I think we I think the break will end soon. You still haven't finished your food. Don't worry about me. We hurriedly finish our modest lunch and run to class. 15. Puberty. The older we get, the more disturbed and obnoxious everyone becomes. They're trying to connect clumsily, erratically, which I understand to some degree, but I've always been fine on my own company. Also Vincent's, but but he can be tiring too. Sometimes he starts ranting on subjects I don't understand, which gets tedious. Like hell do I give a damn about politics? Go back to your containment board for God's sakes. Henrietta isn't a saint either. Am I actually masochistic for enjoying being badmouthed by her? At least she has some horrible taste in anime. The same horrible taste in anime. Miss Warhol, you absolutely have to consult me on dating sims. We could make fortune off of this. Fuck off, Eiler. It won't sell. Here at least. And don't talk so loudly. The other girls will hear. It's your fault for trying to seem something you're not. So how about it? You and me, a doujin circle? No, I never written a finished story in my life. Just copy the popular tropes. Everyone only wants things they're used to. Just go away, Eiler. You're a bother. Go pester someone else. Talking to Miss Warhol always lifts up my mood. Have you heard of Heaven's Gate? They're an organization that preaches that our world is controlled by alien puppeteers from another world. Effed up, right? Does that mean that their world is more real than ours? What even is real these days? Do you think we could be saved if we refused to be actors on the stage? Maybe we should leave altogether. What a coming message from Charles. What's up with the emergence of the web cult lately? You mean Heaven's Gate? Actually, I helped copyright the contents of the site. What? Really? Of course. Any kind of content has curators. This one was meant as a prank, though. You don't actually believe that we're puppets on strings, do you? The text you wrote was awfully convincing, though. I'm honored. Why Heaven's Gate, though? We wanted it to seem big, despite it being a prank. Doesn't it sound like something promising? Yeah, it sounds pretentious as F. It doesn't mean anything, really. Just like heavenly kingdom doesn't exist. So an empty promise of virtue, huh? Still, isn't it kind of dangerous? People might believe you guys for real. That would be silly, don't you think? There's 16. Interlude. Rationality. Bennett! Hey, Bennett! Finally, an actual another familiar face. Mr. Honecker, do you think I'd act more rational if I killed my remaining emotions? I don't believe we could be rational without feelings. Patients with prefrontal cortex brain damage cannot experience emotions. To them, any decision seems as good as the other. For example, when I think of killing someone I care about, I'm overwhelmed with horror. It goes without saying that I never do it on a whim. Thus, feelings are essential for rational thinking. Soap inhibits the prefrontal cortex functionality as a side effect, right? I've been saying it all the time, but consuming it isn't doing you any good. You'll lose the ability to distinguish the weight of one decision from another. And that means killing me and eating cookies for breakfast will be morally equal to you. Hmm. My point is, killing your emotions will only worsen your overall mental state. It's okay to care, Bennett. Bennett croaked out a laugh. 17. Trust. This is going by very fast. Vincent peeks over my shoulder, startling me with his voice. Are you writing something? This barely counts as writing. Fennel steps over the bench, facing me directly. Are you dissatisfied with what you're making? No, not exactly. No more than usual. It's just I don't know how to communicate my thoughts to others. The whole plot looks too contrived. I'd stop reading after the first page. Hmm. Do you think your readers are stupid? No. If anything, it's my own fault that I'm a clumsy writer, not theirs. Then you then do you not trust them? I don't. I mean, I really want to, but I'd be lying if I said I did. I see. If you can't bring it around no matter what, why not prove that you yourself can be trusted? This leads closer to my personal space, making me recoil a bit. Show that you've done your research, that you're knowledgeable about the subjects you're handling, that you're involved as much as your reader is, that you're prepared to bare your mind and soul. His presence suddenly overbearing, Vincent looms over me. My breath hitches. It feels small. Wouldn't I be making a fool out of myself if I admit my weakness? Yes, it'll make you vulnerable. It'll leave you in the open, naked in public, guts out. Come Copperfield. For 1.99 only. Thrilling, right? You Yet still, you'll be the one in control. Because it was your conscious decision to reveal the information, and you hold power over it. With those words, Vincent leaves my personal bubble and drops on a bench beside me. Having nothing to hide puts you both in advantage and disadvantage, in my opinion. But my opinion is that it's worth it. Uh, I suppose that's one way to go about it. If it were me, I'd rather have the work exist separately from its author. If anything, I prefer working as anonymously as possible. Yes, I'm not saying my approach would work for each and every person. You should choose what suits you best. But most importantly, you don't underestimate your readers. Make them feel like your story is the best thing they'll ever experience. Make them feel like they can only feel that way with you. And there you have it, a story you can be proud of. The way you put it sounds like you're selling your mind to others. Does it? I'd call it sharing. Besides, being insincere in your work will result in flavorless throwaway text. Do you want to write disposable garbage like that? Mr. Fennel, you're intense. That's a lot of knowledge for someone as young as you, Mr. Fennel. I'm just saying what I've learned from more experienced writers. And I suppose I'm really passionate about writing. Oh, I didn't know. Is he writing something too? You just looked like you needed advice. Were were the words I chose enough? Yeah, thanks. I'll hear you one. Aw, they're at least sitting together. It's cute. Actually, would you like to read what I've written so far? I think I could use some feedback. Sure. Don't expect mercy. Bring it on. I'll fetch my notebook next week then. There's a lot written, so you can take your time with it. The conversation's cut off by the ringing school bell. During our final high school year, Vincent joins the student council and invites me to do the same. Didn't you mention that you want to influence school if possible? I believe it's a good opportunity to do so. I think it's not about good ideas, but rather the ability to convince others, which is something you have. And right now I'm using it to convince you to try it. Uh, so persistent. Okay, fine, I'll tag along. Success, you'll definitely regret it. It's the opposite of words of encouragement. It's past 6 p.m. We're one of the last students leaving school. I stretch and allow myself to let out a prolonged yawn. Today's meal was so tiring. I need a no people day soon. I can understand that, says says Vincent, who talked during the whole meeting. How do you even have energy for all that arguing? Haha, I just enjoy good discussion. More like uncivilized disclosure. Everyone was basically trying to shout louder than the others. Darling, isn't it? I can't believe you. I'm joking. It was indeed a bit tiring. I'm not a big fan of the noise. However, I don't feel like I'm going home just yet. Well, the weather's not bad. I was planning to invite you for a walk anyway. Alright. Should we walk in silence for a while? Good plan. I let my vision lose focus and feel the world around me slow down. We part ways after an hour of strolling around the park. And re-energized, I spent the whole evening leisurely just studying subjects ahead of the program. 18. Social media. We're waiting for the next class to start. Henrietta sits near me in the windowsill, dozing off the chem textbook in her hands. I'm so tired of social media. Everyone's talking so much, but no one's talking about things that really matter. I feel bad for contributing. Henrietta yawns and stretches, then pinches my nose. What do you think people should be talking about then, genius? And who are you to say what matters and what doesn't? Shut it. I know I'm not. Shut it. I'm just saying now how I feel. And I feel tired. Your judgments are useless then. It's like wanting a teenage melodrama to have a deeper meaning. Want some profound Want something profound? Read a book. Or go talk to Fennel. He's like a combination of a therapist and a saint. So no wonder you love that. Way to trivialize him. He's like a god. A human. You're just biased because he validates you. Okay, good point. Still, I don't get it. What's so good about him? Aren't you singing him praise just because he's polite? Just because he has the human decency to make an effort to be kind to others. He's hardworking, reliable. After talking to him, I always feel like I've ascended to some new level of human consciousness. Also, he appreciates the concept of personal space, unlike someone. Are you done yet? Now just being jealous. Don't F yourself, Eiler. See? No human decency. Vincent would be like, would you kindly back off? It's the same thing. Might as well be. I wonder if he's ever gotten angry at someone. He he just has high self-control. I lost mine somewhere along the way when I tried to prove that I'm not a doormat for others to step on. So she's conscious about her attitude after all. I mean, Henri is the best Henri. Actually, any Henri is great. I can't exactly tell you not to worry about it though. But I like you the way you are. Okay. Aww. 19. Possessions. Victor comes over to do a research project for school. I welcome him to my home, but with rubber gloves still in my hand. Nyler, you look proud of yourself. Of course. Cleaning done. Clothes ironed. I can focus on schoolwork in peace. Good. You seem to be especially scrupulous when it comes to organizing. I can't seem to focus when there's something out of place. I end up thinking about a single sheet of paper lying around unsorted instead of doing something useful. Oh, but that's not the worst of it. It must be tough. My workplace isn't very organized in comparison, although I don't have any personal possessions. Don't like don't like stuff piling up? That too. And perhaps I'm not very sentimental. I I really wonder if it's really only the only reason, but decide not to press on. Let's change topic. That being said, remember when we were all about collecting stickers and stuff? Yeah, everyone was crazy about trading. I still have my collection. I can't bring myself to throw away my cat toys too. It's kind of embarrassing. Why? You must have loved them a lot. Having things you love doesn't make you seem infantile. Well, yeah, when you put it like that. But what about you? Didn't you have your favorite stuff? Ah, no. I only bought popular things regardless of whether I liked them or not. Oh, I see. And then? Then I threw them away as soon as they became useless. At this moment, Vincent's gaze seems empty. His face didn't convey any particular emotion, even though he was smiling, which felt horribly out of place. For a second, it felt like we weren't talking about bootleg Digimon stickers, but something else entirely. Well, yeah, I see. You must have no interest in material possessions. That's admirable. Vincent pauses for a bit, then answers. Yeah, that must be it. His words sound hollow. Number 20. Uncertainty. The sun is about to rise. Henry's fallen asleep in a beanbag with a joystick in his hands. Henri comes to hang out on weekends. Sometimes she brings her brother, whom she's begrudgingly babysitting. We play video games and eat snacks. When Henri's not in a school environment, she's far less stressed out. Even her voice sounds lower than usual. Crap, your brother's good at rhythm games. Yeah, use him as you like if you need to score full combos. That's all he's good for anyway. Aren't you being a little harsh? He deserves it for being a lazy ass. Have you seen his grades? It's like he's made it a goal for himself to become the worst student of the year. Maybe his mind just works differently from the rest. Yeah, that too. But for the most part, he just wants to play MMORPGs all day. Well, I want to help him, but I also want to a break from all this shit. I'm tired of working as a part-time jobs that help parents sustain his lifestyle. Do you know how much this game consoles cost? And that monthly MMO subscription, gacha polls, and merchandise, and you'll get my monthly salary. Your parents don't have to buy all of that, you know. Henry says they motivate him, so if they don't, he just refuses to leave the room. Sheesh. Henri looks at the ceiling, contemplating something. Eiler, I was thinking. Yes? Aren't we actually dating? What? Henri starts counting her fingers. Look, it's the 5th time I'm staying over. You take me out for nice food, carry my bags when I'm shopping. You even look after my brother when I'm busy. Aren't all of these just things a decent person would do, Miss Warhol? I fail to see your point. Aren't you the one who's always like, I wish someone would call me princess and take me on cute dates. We'd buy matching clothes and cuddle on a sofa. I already nudged her elbow violently. Yeah, you're far from that. Please don't use that squeaky voice to imitate me ever again. Still, what should we call this? Does it need a specific term? If you're talking about becoming each other's possession, then I'm against it. No one ever belongs to anyone. Yet, for some reason, everyone thinks a meaningless string of letters can bind some people to them. Is it normal to want something you can call your own? It rubs me the wrong way. That would mean treating others as commodities, which in turn contributes to a mindset intrinsic of capitalist society. Ugh, you just had to bring your pointless philosophy into it. Just say it in normal people words. Sorry, I just don't know yet. Henri sighs. Well, me either. Hold on, let me try something. Henri leads in and kisses me. So, how was it? Hmm, it was supposed to be amazingly good, that thing that every story leads up to, but it didn't really feel like anything out of the ordinary. What if it was, with someone else? I think it'd be the same. You know, I'm not too comfortable with physical stuff. Is there something wrong with me after all? Want me to hit you? Are you are you the one who keeps going on tirades about everyone experiencing life differently? Just because I don't understand doesn't mean it's your fault. Sorry, I just feel like I'm constantly letting people down. Then find a downer like you. Jeez, or stop worrying about it. Just look at Fennel being comfortable in his own company. Vincent's always surrounded by people though. He always he only started isolating himself just recently. I've only talked to him a few times. It felt like he wasn't even there. It's he's not really listening to what you say. So my conclusion is that he's full of shit. But at least he's content with it. Maybe maybe he was just bored around you. Maybe, but he's like that around literally everyone. And you kind of suck at reading people. I bet Fennel's the kind of person who would populate a planet with clones of himself and be happy about it. Where did that come from? If I cloned myself or had a personality divided into parts, it it'd end in a mass. Jesus. Now you're being weird. Anyway, I guess it's stupid to try and mold you into something you're not. Even if you do, even if you do everything a romantic partner would, it's pointless if you're not feeling it. I'm sorry. There you go again. It should be a thank you, shouldn't it? You're right. Thank you, Henri. 21. Paralysis. I wake up with a headache and stumble into the bathroom to brush my teeth. I look in the mirror and notice I only blink with one eye. Weird? Or whatever. School proceeds as normal until I start feeling extremely fatigued during the fifth period. Something's not right. I end up calling Mom. She always knows what to do. Seems like your son has Bell's palsy. It might take about a month to recover. Great, out of all the rare illnesses, my body decided to get this one. Missing a month of school before exams sounds like the worst case scenario. It's just half of my face staying unresponsive, yet my whole body feels numb. I can barely focus on the phone screen as I type my message back to Henri, who was curious enough to investigate my sudden disappearance from class. You okay? Got hospitalized with face paralysis. The F is that? The F is that indeed. One of my eyes can't blink and my mouth is stuck in a convoluted grimace. Thank God no one will come visit. I close my eyes one manually, hope that the numbness will go away in the morning. It doesn't. Hospital food is tasteless. It doesn't matter since I'm going to be discharged today. No one stays at hospitals for more than 2 days unless you're fatally injured. Mother asked her acquaintances to give me a ride home. Were 2 weeks of pills and 24 hours sleep. 2 more weeks of staring at the ceiling because my mind couldn't focus on anything else. Henrietta came to visit while you were sleeping. She brought some printouts from school. Bless her. Among the stuff Henri brought, I found a notebook with Vincent's name on it. I hope you'll find these notes useful. Get well soon, said the note inside. I'm mortified. I ended up being a burden to them both. I try to shake the feeling off and being sincerely grateful, but end up being choked by guilt. I have to catch up, become better, more capable. If I'm not ahead of others, then my self-worth will be no better than 0. I need to thank people who care about me soon. When I finally become able to come outside after what felt like forever, dandelions were in full bloom. 22. Hair. Vincent has his nose buried in a notebook lately. He's definitely writing something, but I never pry. I think there are two ways to go about writing. To be to be one with in power or to give power to your readers. You can write a piece so flawless and complete that your awestruck reader will be rendered speechless, or create a flawed, seemingly incomplete work, prompting the reader to contribute with better ideas. Which would you prefer? Playing God or making a fool out of myself? Tough choice indeed. So, the letter sounds like less pressure, so I'll take that one. That way, every reader can become a co-creator, even if they get laughs at my expense. I see. Besides, if something's considered ideal, you can only make copies of it without creating anything new. That doesn't sound too creative to me. More importantly, your choice. Me? Well, what do you think? I think you want to leave it as a rhetorical question. How are your grades coming along, by the way? Well, looks like I'll be one of the few people invited to the award ceremony. Oh, you're amazing. I didn't really have a choice. Do you think you'll be able to graduate with honors? Nah, I totally blew my chem and math grades. Took me a bit of time to come to terms with the fact that I'm not that smart. Wish I didn't grow up thinking of doing well in academics would guarantee me a secure future, though. Or anything, really. Right now, I just want to sleep my life away. By the way, how's your mother feeling? She's okay, surprisingly enough. I'm doing my best to help her, too, even if it means working in retail. I'm sure of it. She used to be far more violent before. Never laid a hand on me, though. It was always something else. Utensils, clothes, books. The only thing I regret is that, as a kid, I tried to make her less aggressive by saying I'd kill myself. That was extremely selfish of me. You were a child. You didn't know any better. Still, it's so weird. Of all the solutions, my 4-year-old mind always jumped to that. Vincent touches the bruise on his cheek, only somewhat consciously. I guess I just wanted to guilt trip her into caring. I see, so that idea isn't foreign to you, too. What do you mean? It's nothing. Don't worry. Sounds fishy. But as long as you don't want to talk about it, I'll bug off. Thank you. I would hate being pitied. 23. Visit. Maybe I shouldn't have come here without a warning. But it's Charles, so he won't mind all that much. I'll just return this book and go home anyway. Click. It's open. Ah, jeez, when will they fix the lock? It's already been a month since it's been like this. This place is already a hellhole. Would it hurt them to put more effort into making it a little bit safer? The elevator's taking too long. Did someone just come in? Keep quiet and no one will get hurt. Move! Bitch, stop screaming! Somebody help! I hear someone opening the door floors above, and a dog barking. Ah! He ran away? I can't stay here. Oh! Blood? Ring! Who could it be? Maybe I should pretend we're not home. Hmm. Henri? There's a trail of blood behind her. She keeps dripping, staining the floor. Happened? Shit. Okay, don't talk. Mom, call the ambulance. Henri, I'll help you lie down, okay? The blood will get everywhere. Don't worry about it. It's going to be alright. Your furlong isn't punctured, that is. Here. Sorry for the makeshift scarf pillow. I'll get you a real one in a bit. I'll try to stop the bleeding now. But, I only have a theoretical knowledge about it. Forgive me if it hurts. Mom will Google the right way to do it, so trust us. Henri stays quiet. She must be in shock. I helped take off her shirt and look at the wound, trying not to focus on the blood oozing out. It's most definitely a knife wound. Oh, Jesus. That is an ouch and a half. Okay, this should do it. She throws the bloodstained shirt in cold water and let out a sigh. The ambulance arrives quickly. I follow her to the hospital, hoping that it's nothing serious. When I see Henri again, she has the same absent-minded look on her face. What did they say? No internal organ damage, but it's going to leave a scar. That's good. It sucks. Why did things like this happen? Can't everyone live in peace? She begins to tear up. Why must I be cautious of every person that I see on that street? Why must I be scared of walking alone? I'm scared too. Ever since we moved into that place, I've been paranoid of every sound. We got rid of the cockroaches, but the neighbors stayed. Want me to get you some pepper spray? I have some in my bag. I hate it. The very fact that you speak of these things like they're nothing out of the ordinary. But they are ordinary. My mom gets stalked by some psycho for over a year. I got smacked with a broken bottle on the street some time ago. Our neighbor dog got mauled by a pack of strays. Life's full of misfortunes like that. Screw that. That's unfair. It is. But there's nothing we can do about it, can we? You're always like this, ignoring the problem instead of doing something about it. Miss Worrell? What? And what's up with the sudden formality? I didn't get to ask, but what exactly happened back then? I don't get it myself. Everything happened so quickly. He told me to stay quiet, but I screamed my lungs out anyway. Maybe he just wanted my purse. Maybe something else. I don't know. I just wanted to return the book. Henri turns over and cries into a pillow. Interlude. Wound. Oh, whoa. Wait, is that Bennett's body? Wait, damn it. It looks like it's burnt off. Okay, examination over. I'm going to disinfect the equipment. You can get dressed. Thanks, Mr. Honecker. So, how is it? I don't think these bruises will ever heal. Unless we skin you and replace the tissue completely. Yeah, I don't think you want that. Even though you're emotionally dead unless medicated, it's going to hurt like hell. Can't laugh about that. If it's a smile, I can always give you one. See? Just like I was taught in the labs. Stop it. It's not funny. It's weird, Mr. Honecker. I'm so desensitized to cruelty and violence I no longer feel saddened or shocked like them. I don't think that... Oh, wait. Here we go. Fixed it. I was lagging a little bit. I don't think I'm capable of crying either. Or feeling anything, really. Everything is just mundane. Well, humans are an adaptive species. If all you see every day is atrocities, you can't help but get used to it. Yeah, guess you're right. Forget I said anything. You hate being sober that much? When I am, I start having thoughts. I'd rather not think, Mr. Honecker. It should be your thing to do. Good night. Well, he's right. It's not something I should concern myself with. I have to focus on my research while I still have the time. 25. Love. We're strolling through the park after school again. The weather isn't particularly good, but I have an umbrella with me. Vincent doesn't mind the rain, but I do, so I follow him like a butler of a rich household. His throat is bandaged. Vincent doesn't bring it up, and I don't ask. We stop at a small bridge. Oh, there's something I've been meaning to tell you for a while. No way. Is it a love confession, Mr. Fennell? Almost. I've been writing a novel. Oh, what's it called? Ether Almanac. Sounds fancy. I'm still in the process of writing it, and frankly, there's a lot to do, but I have published some chapters already. If you're willing to give it a read, I'd be happy to share it. Of course. I mean, you can't write badly. Thank you for your trust. It's a collection of short stories centered around one divine being. It needs a lot of improvement, and I don't expect my target demographic to be older than myself. Still, it's a work I love dearly. It's the first time I've ever heard term use love in regards to something. I should read soon, I thought, yet ended up postponing it until the very last minute. One's writing is the mirror of one's soul. I was afraid of my imaginary construct of Vincent shattering upon looking into it. 26. Interlude, Ether Almanac. Wait, hold up a minute. Okay, so I'm guessing this is just the story that he wrote, but I think I'm gonna go ahead and leave this video here for now. We'll probably finish this in another video, so thank you guys so much for watching this video. Be sure to leave a like, comment what you think, share this video with your friends, and be sure to subscribe and click the bell so you don't miss a single notification. I'll see all of you in the next video. Goodbye.